Hi everyone, welcome back to section 2 where we will try to learn few basic mathematics to get started. You might be wondering that what is the exact use of mathematics in data analysis. So let us first try to understand this with three main reasons. Number one, as a data analyst, you will be having a lot of analytics related discussions with different people, and knowing some basic mathematical concepts about the analysis really helps you have a smart and fruitful discussion related to analysis. You will be able to quantify various metrics related to analytics and outcome and bring some objectivity to the conversations. Try to understand intuitions and opinions are very subjective, right? Different people will have different opinions. But when we have the discussions backed by numbers and maths, suddenly the discussions become very objective and it's easy to align everyone. Second reason, when we are doing any analysis, knowing some basic mathematical concepts really help analyze the problem at hand with different methodologies and propose a very optimal solution. Also, when we are giving some presentations, explaining the solutions backed by numbers and mathematical concepts really helps strengthens the audience confidence on the analysis. Third, and maybe the most interesting one, is it really helps in your interviews. See, try to understand if the interviewer is trying to judge you as a data analyst, they expect you to talk and discuss any problem like a data analyst. And maths really helps you in this. Let us now see a few examples of how maths impacts the effectiveness of any communication. In the first example, let's say we go to an investment advisor for some investment advice. The first one says investment option 1 is better because it has outperformed the index returns and has given consistently good growth over the last 5 years. Now compare this with the second statement. Investment option 1 is better because it has outperformed the index by 2% on an average and has given 15% annualized growth over the last 5 years. Right? Now try to understand both these statements are basically saying the same thing. But the second statement is far more informative and objective to help make an informed decision. In the second example, let's say we are taking some business advice and he tells us with 1 lakh of investment and decent customer footfall, we will break even in 2 to 3 years. Now compare this with the second statement. With 1 lakh amount of investment and 50 customers per day on an average footfall, we will break even in 2.7 years. Now again, both these statements are saying the same thing, but the second one is very, very precise and it helps better understand the outcome and risks involved. Let's also take few examples to understand the complexity of mathematics that happens in the backend. We all have seen COVID vaccine results, right? The trial results where it says it is 80% effective in younger population, 60% effective in older population. It varies according to variants. It varies whether you have taken 1 shot or 2 shots. So those are very simple mathematical numbers that we obviously understand and we use it in our day-to-day life. But we have to understand the complexity of the maths that happens in the backend to arrive at those numbers. Right? Another example, we have all used Ola and Uber and we have seen that their prices fluctuates a lot. Right? Now try to understand that there's a lot of maths that happens in the backend to make sure that most of the drivers are occupied, most of the customers are able to get the cab, and at the same time they are able to maximize the profit also. I hope we will now be able to appreciate that maths is an integral part of data analytics, and as and when we foray into advanced data analytics, the maths also become more and more advanced. But also try to understand that just to get started in the data analytics field, we just need to learn, or rather I would say we need to revise some basic mathematical concepts that we have already studied in school.